that maybe you will do, and what could have been among the projects that you have secured that make you really happy more being the minister of this sector. Thank you very much.
Yes. First of all, let me. I will do what? Can I understand the until you finish question? Yes. Am I right? Yes. Mr. Chairman, am I right? Mr. Yunus, I've always encouraged the GT board to travel with the press, so that when I travel overseas, it's foreign press that come to interview me. I'm on their national television. People call me, and I'm never on my own country's television. Sir, as soon as I land anywhere, all the other press, everybody comes to see the Gambian tourism minister. Because I was one of the longest serving tourism ministers in Africa. The only one who topped me was the Kenyan one, Mr. Najib Balala. He left last year. I was a par with the Ivorian minister, longest serving tourism ministers in Africa at the time. The problem with us, we have not been using our local press. We have not been traveling with them. And when I cited this, I told the GT board henceforth all major events and the Minister Permanent Secretary that all major events, there is a need to have members of the press at different times to travel with us. And last year, we started, we expanded last year. We went with few from 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈, and they went to London at the double tier. And it was fantastic, very successful. Some of them got their visas late, but at least they got their visas, but they're able to come. And then Yunus has always been somebody who has traveled because he has a lot of interest in moving around to see things and move on. Yunus, if there is anything that I believe I have not got and I needed to have, was getting this institute to have a training hotel where it will be inbuilt here, 5-star hotel, that they use it for training and generate money to train more companies. But hopes are not lost. We are working on repurposing the project. And you know, I've worked with World Bank community. My permanent secretary is very experienced in World Bank projects. My directors are very expensive in World Bank matters. We believe with the help of the very efficient Finance Minister 𝒕𝒊𝒂𝒂, we should be able to get that done in the near future. That one I regret. It couldn't happen. On the NCAC, not having a newly built national theater that will cater for our artists. We've got them land at a prime end allocated. But with the repurposing, the permanent secretary is collecting the data and all the information for the minister to engage his counterpart for us to be able to have a national theater built from the World Bank project. These two things I really regret, and I hope that we pray that Allah will make it happen. For the Gambia Tourism Board, I regretted the completion of the project of customizing our taxes. I would not be, because this was a project dear to my heart. Our taxes are at a very low standard, very poor. And we have already engaged our counterparts in Senegal 2 years ago. And luckily now, the World Bank has come in to the project that can address that. I'm sure the Minister of Tourism and Arts and Culture will be quick to grab that. That will certainly go a long way to address this type. We want to get rid of all these taxes and then get brand new ones, and the drivers will be given a period of 5 years to pay. The World Bank will give it to a bank. That will certainly work it out. But they are insisting that the players, 35% must be women in whatever they do. And that I hope our women will be ready to pay the taxes and then, of course, make the money that men are making in this business. So that thing also I really regretted and I wish. And of course, creating new ground opening for our young Gambians to transport Gambian tourists in the country and the region. That also was part of my design. But these are things not lost. They are delayed. I'm sure the Honorable Minister will work on it. End of question, end of press conference.
No, I have a question. I have questions.
Introduce yourself.
My name is 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒆 from 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈. 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈. Yes, with regards to the National Assembly Petition Committee's report, one of the major things outlined by media houses there is, they said the investigation carried out by the National Audit Office has it that that company, Contract Limited,
Which country?
there is this Contract Limited, you know, they were obligated to pay $900,000. Construct Company Limited.
Yeah.
They said the auditors found out that, you know, they paid $311,444 while the contract signed with them is $225,000. So there are huge gap that is unaccounted for. That's what the petition committee said regarding the, you know, based on their reports. So they are asking for National Assembly Finance Committee to start investigating the remaining amount of money. What would you say to that recommendation by the petition committee? And also, we have seen developments around the TDA areas. People are alleging that Honorable Hamad Ba's ministry has sold the TDA areas.
Give me a receipt.
No,
Excuse me, those are bogus lies.
No. Allow me to finish my question.
Let anybody.
You go to social media. No, allow me. I'm not the one who is alleging.
Listen to me.
I'm not the one alleging.
Listen to me. Let me answer your first question. That is bogus from the bogus people posting bogus things on social media. You've asked a pertinent question. Let me answer that question.
Okay, but allow me to finish my question.
Let me finish. We were not part of that contract. This government did not sign the contract. The contract between 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈 and Gambia government was the former government. We had no idea of that contract. But we'll defend government action. We never signed. We are not part. Move.
Okay. All right.
No, don't tell me who was things that I want to ask.
I'm just relaying my question.
That's what I'm saying. People with intention who will write bogus things.
Allow me to finish my question.
No, because you are reading from social media.
No, I'm not.
Posted by people who are not accessible to you. They are policemen. Don't give me that. This question.
No. Honorable. These are people, you know, who voted your government in.
No.
These are people who campaigned for your government.
They are never voting. They were overseas. They did not come.
No. Even Gambians living in Gambia are writing about this because we have seen development around the TDA areas.
They were allocated land based on route. It's a lie. That's your answer. Any other question? That contract of Sama, nothing to do with Adam Barrow. Go and ask the previous regime. Nothing to do with us.
All right. Good afternoon.
I've never even seen that contract. Yes, let me hear you.
Good afternoon. My name is 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒆 from QTV. I must commend the tourism ministry for this remarkable achievement. I want to ask, how were you able to do all of that without challenges? Because I think that you highlight any of the challenges registered for the past 7 years. And also, ways to improve community-based tourism. What are some of the ways you think we can improve tourism in our communities?
Thank you. Very good question. Let me tell you that I got this support through the overwhelming support of two very important people. Three. The President of the Republic have never rejected a request from the Ministry of Tourism. Not since I became a minister. Anything tourism, the President will sign and approve. Because he wanted to see us succeed. The Minister of Finance, Board Amadou Saleh, Mr. Mambure Yaya, CD Keka, none of them have never rejected any request from the Ministry of Tourism that's meant for tourism. My permanent secretary and her staff, my directors and their agencies were 100% supportive. And we succeeded because of it. The challenges, as I said, they will never end. Because tourism, you are dealing with human beings. And that's why we have come with a new strategy that we are just completing on Monday to be given to the new minister to work on together with his team. We must think tourism the next 10 years to come. Because tourism can no longer be the same. It can no longer be the same. Sun, sea, and sand will change. People are becoming more adventurous. They want to visit more places of interest. There is more centered culture tourism coming. Wildlife tourism. A lot of things that the Gambia need to develop. And there is a strategic paper being prepared now for that. That will be submitted to the minister. So that in 10 years' time, we can predict, we can start working. Next question, please.
My first question I wanted to ask, sorry, 𝒊𝒏𝒈. The first question I wanted to ask was already asked, that is the challenges. But I just want to take you back. You mentioned earlier.
Put the mic to your mouth. Speak on the mic.
Can you
Yeah. Speak on the
you
mic.
mentioned that earlier, that in your mentioned that 𒒊𝒏𝒈, that your ministry has the intention to establish a theater for young people to display their skills. And I had an interview with you, that was in 2019. You talk about this, but still now it's not established or realized. What is stopping it?
What is stopping it is funding. What we can do as a government, we've got that done. We allocated the land for them. We are now trying to see if we can repurpose the World Bank project to cater for that very important goal.
Where is this land located?
At the Woodford Heights. Yes. Prime land. Giving to them for that.
Good afternoon, Honorable Bah, members of the High Table, my media colleagues. Sir, we are very pleased at the tourism department that my name is 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈, from Nyato, Gambia.
Nyato.
Nyato.
Nyato means
NYAATO.
Okay.
There are some series of developments that you've mentioned and your colleagues. And then from the tourism, you've done job very well done. And then despite with the COVID that has passed, going through and other ministry, which many are saying that there is a high risk there, like there are lots of issues at the lands department. And then Mr. Job is coming on to your area. So how best do you think you can work hand in hand with Mr. Job to conclude the development that you've started, and then going to another area, whereas many Gambians, especially the local communities, are saying that there are a lot of issues there. Can you kindly help us there?
Very important question, Madam. What's the name again? Jallo.
Jallo, Mariam.
Mariama Jallo. Mr. Job is a trusted man and entrusted with a responsibility that we're going to support him to succeed. We have no doubt that he will succeed, inshallah. We'll give him all the support. And that's why, out of many in cabinet, he was the chosen person by the president to take over this portfolio. And that's a lot of confidence. It's not a small confidence. This is the second biggest player in the economy of the country. If this ministry fails, we are all doomed. So that's a lot of trust that the president has to give him this trust. And I told him to come from me, and every time, anyway. He's been a good colleague and a good friend in cabinet. We work together very closely. So I think Mr. Job will have all the support that he needs in getting them. Your next question was? Well, so many problems are learned. That's the reason why I'm going there. I am going to attack and help move on. No doubt. And I'm not listening to Google stops that I will look at that kind of destruction from anywhere. The tractors who do not believe in anything, you should be happy that there are hotels being built that have never been there. You only have mere ground. Today you have hotel, you are creating jobs, you are moving the economy. Somebody say, who can sell land in this country? Where? How? we will take it up. The reason that we are trusted and given this responsibility is because they believe we can deal with, and we are going to attack and deal with all these problems. Head on, we will do it by the grace of God. Not alone, with the support of all other government institutions for that matter. And we believe from the president right now, everybody have pledged support to me, including the international community, who some of them have even called to say, we are ready to supply support with technical expertise to deal with the situation of land. Let me tell you something. Land is the biggest threat to the security of the government. Land management and land usage, if you remember during the political dialogue, this became an issue from the National Reconciliation Party when I delivered my statement. It is important that we understand Gambia is one of the most densely populated countries in Africa. That's a fact. And from all security warnings, for now, the biggest threat to Gambia is land issue. That's why I have been chosen to go and address it. And I promise Gambians that we'll address it. Thank you.
One more question and then that will be...
Let them ask. Don't worry. Let them ask. We are ready.
But you refuse to answer my question.
No, you are bogus. You know, excuse me. When you said you are from 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈, I looked at you this way. Because, no, excuse me. When you say you are from 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈, I looked at you this way. Because I know you are coming from Google stories of social media.
No. But those are not bogus because.
Please.
But we have seen a lot of structures.
Excuse me. You should be proud. You should be proud as a Gambian to see those structures there. How did you convince those investors?
But how was it possible that those people acquired the land to construct there? You know there are
then you are lost.
You talk about policies.
Excuse me.
No, I want to ask you if you had.
I think you are one of the you know the join the list. You are one of the join the list.
I am a journalist. That's what I am.
You are joining the list.
I don't know who is a
No,
journalist.
a journalist does not talk the way you talk.
No, maybe.
No, I can assure you a professional journalist.
No,
does not
no.
A professional,
You should have listened
no,
to my
excuse
answer.
me.
You should have listened to my
A professional journalist. No. You are not a professional journalist. You are joining the list. Believe me, it's not. You are joining the list and not a professional journalist. A professional journalist will ask a question in a professional manner. Look at social media. You better be proud of the projects you see there. You better be proud of the Gambians who are going to be employed. You better be proud of the number of arrivals that will come. You better be proud of the number of tax government is going to collect. What are you telling me?
But was it based on the loss of the land?
Any other question? Any other question?
So finally, this one will go to the director of Gambia Tourism.
She was one of the, I think one of the, your journalists to London. But she couldn't make it.
Unfortunately, I didn't go.
Where's the other one? Where's the other one going to London?
She's right there.
Can you grab
Where is she?
Yes.
Where's ma'am?
Mom, shit.
You went to London. Double tears. Thank you for coming back. When we help you, come back.
But my visa is still valid, you know.
Don't worry, next time they will take you. Mr. Director, Mr. Minister, Madam Permanent Secretary, she did not go, but she got the visa.
Yes.
Please, in your next WTM, give her another chance.
Definitely.
Yes, go ahead.
So finally, my question will be, what are some of the strategies you put in place to enhance or boost the marketing and promotion of Gambia tourists to the wider world? Because recently we've seen you travel, like you said, I think you really need to travel with journalists, because some of these misconceptions and misinformations going around, there are no people to journalists to talk about them. The public are not informed, and we will go with whatever we have. So I think the new minister, congratulations, you really need to put in measures to get journalists travel with you. So what measures are you going to put in place to ensure marketing and promotion is enhanced?
Before he goes, as the new minister, I will do my very best.
Inshallah.
Thank you. Let me tell you, Madam Kamara,
Yes.
we can assure you that they will engage the press positively to showcase the government. Every country press is promoting its country. You cannot get your country and destroy your country. I think it's important that journalists go and see for themselves, and then they can now promote their country. The team will certainly address that issue, I can tell you.
Wow.
dem ci làmba ji di baaxu dem ci làmba ji gën a mu gën so nañ baaxu bi moom will not are not true but what I can tell you that I'm very rigorous, I'm very thorough, I'm very aggressive in pursuing what I believe. And with the team, and where the Honorable Minister has left, it is my responsibility to try with the team to move it forward. That is something I can assure you with any iota of doubt. You can take my word to the bank.
It's noted.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister, Mr. Joe, the High Table, Permanent Secretary of Staff, members of the press corps. It's been a very lively press conference, very indicative. I thank you for your attention. Thank you.
I'm surprised.